Hey, it's recording.
All right, what's going on, everyone? My name is Chris. I'm going to be featuring a very special guest for today. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Andrew.
He's a personal trainer, so we're going to be featuring him for today. And I want to go over a really effective corrective exercise I personally use. I use with my clients, and the truth is, it works. It seems simple, but it's actually a little bit challenging because it's a movement that we don't often condition. It's an exercise that you wouldn't really think is an exercise, but there's a lot of gains to be made, not in terms of muscular development, but in terms of allowing your body to function better, to allow things to move properly. So I'm gonna explain the anatomy. It can get a little bit overwhelming, and then I'm gonna go into what the proper way of doing this exercise is, okay? I'm gonna use your feet, okay? I'm gonna get you to sit here. Have a seat. Okay. So now when it comes to proper foot mechanics, in at least this aspect, most people, when they do squats, when they do this exercise, and by the way, this exercise works as both an assessment and as a technique, most people, when they do this exercise, they have their feet flat on the floor, and it seems counterintuitive, but that's actually not what you want to be doing when you're squatting or lunging or doing this technique. Your feet has 3 points of contact, okay? Bring your foot out. It has the base of the first toe right here. It has the base of the fifth toe out here, and it has the base of the heel over here. And to compare, just hold here for 1 second. Now that I think about it, it's exactly like a tripod, okay? In the sense that this is a solid base of support. Nothing's gonna happen if you try to wobble it. The issue that we have really with the way most people move is that their feet are either too high, so that's high arches, your foot's either flat, and what happens is that we compromise this amazing structure that your feet has, and we don't allow the mechanics to happen, and as a result, if the ankles don't function properly, the knee is not going to traction properly. On top of the fact, all this is compounded based off of the fact that most people have hip issues, either tension or weakness. So going back to this exercise, it's very effective because it works as an assessment, as I said. I'm going to show you how to learn how to read it, but it also works as a self-care rehab exercise. So now let's get into the actual technique. What I'm going to get you to do, I want you to stand here. I want you to stand in this position. I get you to switch spots. All right, so what I'm going to get you to do, you're going to be lunging sideways. Okay? It looks like a really simple exercise, but it's really hard because most people, they don't condition this movement, and as a result, it's somewhat difficult. All that you're going to be doing, you can hold here and just traction sideways. Okay? Try not to lean too far forward. Try to just come up sideways, okay? So as you're doing this, keep doing repetitions. I'm going to explain what we're seeing, okay? All right, so first things first. If you notice, his knee, can you hold it there for a second? Mm-hmm. Yeah? His knee is not tractioning, it's not good, okay? His knee is sheared, it's shearing inward, it's collapsed, and if you were to follow that direction of that knee, it's tractioning somewhere over here. The issue with this is that that knee is taking a shearing force, and there's a possibility that people like him, you can come up, complain of hip issues, complain of knee pain.
Right.
You have knee pain?
Yeah.
There you go. Even arch pain. So we can see that if he comes down, he's stuck in this position. This means two things. His arches are probably struggling, and he probably has a high chance of a lot of weak glutes. It's not engaging properly, okay? So one thing I do want to highlight, when you don't grip the floor properly, when you don't activate your arch properly, usually you have a correlated internal rotation of your femur. And what happens, if you can get this angle over here, look at his arch, let it drop inward. Are you tired?
No.
Okay. So when your knee tractions inward, this usually means that you have a lot of glute weakness. And as a result, your arches are non-existent. It is absolutely flat here. What I want you to do now, are you tired?
No, okay, keep going.
Okay, it's difficult.
Yeah.
So instead of doing this, because you're not tractioning properly, what I want you to do, keep your 3 bases of support, so you don't want to lose contact with the floor. And with this knee, this midpoint of your knee over here, you want this to traction at the second toe, okay? So while you're keeping your 3 bases of support, this mid part of your knee, the tibial tuberosity, if you want to get technical, this has to traction, it must traction at the second toe. So we can tell he's really far off from that. And to fix this, I gotta take this foot, this femur, and turn it outward. Pay attention to what happened, okay? This is collapsed, shearing force, weakness, collapsed arch by him turning out. Look at that, like magic, okay? Arch suddenly appears, glute activates, and the knee is tractioning properly, okay? So now what I want you to do, instead of doing the side lunge like you were doing it before, what I want you to do, you're in, unlock it, good. And you're gonna be practicing this side lunge while doing this external rotation of your knee. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So give me a few reps. Good. And the more that you practice this, your arches will start to become more resilient, your knee will feel better, and you're gonna start to activate your glutes, because most people have a lot of weak glutes. It doesn't activate properly, and as a result, the knee ends up being compromised, okay? What do you feel? 2 questions you wanna ask yourself. What do you feel, and where do you feel it?
I feel like it's pulling, but it's a lot more stronger around the knee and around the hip area.
So it feels secure?
Yeah.
Stable?
Yeah.
What do you feel at the hip?
That feels stable too.
Like it's activating?
Yeah.
So there's a higher chance that if you externally rotate, your glutes will do that. By you activating your glutes, you're gonna get a better development at your glutes. So another thing you do wanna feel, you wanna feel activation here, but if you're doing this properly, you're gonna feel not only this, but you're gonna feel a bit of a stretch in the deeper ranges of this position.
Yeah.
What do you feel?
Feel it over here also.
Good. Once again, you're gonna feel 2 things. A bit of a stretch here, and a bit of activation at your glutes. We can make this as complicated as we want. There's many other steps we can do to make this more challenging for you, but at the most fundamental level, this is what you want to be doing if you're dealing with a bad arch, plantar fasciitis, if you have knee issues, if you have lower back pain, hip issues, glute weakness. It is the exercise you want to be doing to maintain your body at a foundational level. I highly recommend this to everyone and anyone. So what I want you to do, it is 2018. So moving forward, I want to challenge you guys. Give this a shot. It's really challenging, but if you can master this, your body will feel a lot better, okay? So comment below, let me know what you think. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And take care.